Yo! Video games.
I don't remember who had the good soundtrack, but whatever, it don't matter. God, oh man, it's been a hot minute since I played this shit.
Those anime characters. They try to lure you with the anime characters. Good thing the game is fun. There's a lot of crash. A lot of crash on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. You go on there, you see the cover art, and it tries to lure you in with cool anime pics, and it's just garbage.
We're talking about Evil Zone? What?
No, we're talking about games that try to lure you in with anime. Like an anime like cover art, and it just is trash.
Yeah, Evil Zone.
It's all trash. I own Evil Zone, okay? And it wasn't... yeah, it was because it had anime characters. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, this looks cool. It's a cool anime character. You gotta remember, anime wasn't super big back then. Anime didn't become mainstream until like late 90s.
Yeah, anime. Pretty much Matrix Animatrix, I felt, was like a big catalyst for getting anime noticed.
Because I remember in middle school, we went to this website called Soyokaze Fan Subs, and you can buy episodes of anime that wasn't out here.
Is this where they would mail a VHS to you?
Yep. That's how I got all my initial D back then.
I would actually occasionally just buy a bootleg.
I forgot how much they were per tape, but you got like 4 episodes on a tape, which nowadays is not unheard of because you get like half a season for like $50. They don't give you a whole series of whatever, usually for anime at least. Half a season, and that's how they make their money. Yeah, we would order these tapes, and we created our own anime club.
Does Retro have access to the Discord voice if he wants? Nate's in here.
I don't know if he's. Oh. Shut up, Nate. Shut up, Nate.
You guys have become so fucking like hostile to each other. You need to stop hanging around Muffin. He's a bad influence.
Muffin's hostile towards everybody.
I'm not hostile towards Nate. He's pestering me about Xenogears, and I'll get back to it. Eventually, it's a bitch to set up a PS3 to stream. Yeah. You know, if you want, I can give Retro access to the Discord if you
sure.
If you want to.
I don't mind.
What do I do? Play online or 2 players?
All right, Retro. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna send you a whisper.
Prawn VC is like a drug. Yeah, because there were certain ways. I don't know if you needed the MPEG card or not, but yeah, Saturn could play VCDs. And then there's a model of the Saturn called the High Saturn in Japan that plays VCDs right out the box. You kind of see that, and I think one of the Yakuza games, they actually have like VCDs and then the adult store.
I think I remember getting all of Initial on VHS, and that cost a pretty penny. I remember getting all of them. That anime was alright. You can tell that anime was drawn by a hentai artist.
Most
okay, but
most anime is.
Whatever. But you can really tell this one.
That's the thing I don't get when people are like, oh, did you know this was a hentai artist? I'm like, did you know that's like fucking literally like 90% of every fucking anime you've ever watched?
Whatever, man. It's could.
A lot of them have to like make money
Cowboy
somehow.
Bebop was a hentai artist. That'd be like, man, what?
Probably the best animator on Transformers, the movie, the motion picture, is a very well-known hentai artist.
Really? Huh.
Like
Well, he can draw mechs.
you can literally see the moment like where he's in control, like has the lead, because his scene has like the most insane and detailed shading, and like best use of shading. It's like near the beginning of the movie, and you want to look up who did it? Well, it's Satoshi Urashihara.
Retro, I sent you the Discord link in your whispers.
I believe he's gonna look up the sequence he did. Shit. Don't have time.
Is it Nate you're playing Paddles Upon, or is it Retro?
Not me.
So you got a solo dub in Blackout the other day, huh?
For me?
Yeah.
No, that's from a while ago.
Oh, really?
I've seen, like, I had to put it on Facebook. Like, the video, and it wouldn't let me.
I should.
Apparently people are finally stopping going to Facebook. They're finally, like, actually leaving.
I'm
Well,
only on there because I got like 3 or 4 people I talked to.
I will say this, because I gave Facebook a lot of shit before my dog went missing, and we actually found him via Facebook. I don't know how my brother did it, but he managed to locate someone who used Facebook who posted when our dog went missing. During,
There's a lot of neighborhood watch communities on Facebook.
and we fought him like, you know, it was because New Year's, my dad ran away on that shoot off fireworks in areas they shouldn't. So they were shooting off fireworks everywhere around where it was, and that was freaking him out. And we let him out we thought he needed to use the restroom. Nope, he was just trying to get away. I don't know why. And he escaped, and luckily we found him the next day. He was injured a little bit, but we got him back, and he's doing good now. So, I will say, and that I did say that I won't shit on Facebook because it did manage to get my dog back.
Well, the really sad, depressing thing is those communities that people use on there to, you know, for neighborhood watch shit. It's just born out of Karen's desires to like call the cops on minorities.
Whatever, man. We found my dog, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, some good came of it.
If old people want to use it, thank God for old people. They still use Facebook.
We got a dachshund. Wiener dog.
Finally, I had to speak on this.
Oh God, Retro, I gotta lower your own volume, dude.
Oh wow, yeah,
He's
Sorry.
coming in hot.
sounds like he's at 200% for me.
Yeah, right.
No,
Yeah,
he's
sorry.
not.
I had to lower yours a little bit, Retro.
Yeah, sorry.
Drop it to like 60. That's way better.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit loud. Oof.
Yeah, I can't. The pictures are really small, but
2:20 in the
yeah.
morning, goddamn.
But yeah, like
over here.
What are you talking
what is easily the most standout, good-looking scenes in Transformers the movie is done by a man who is the probably most detailed hentai artist in Japan. So he draws,
Nice.
but he draws mecha real good. So whatever. I just don't know why people are like there's always kind of like a her. Did you know? I'm like, so.
Oh man, the guy's gotta eat. He can draw whatever he wants.
And the man loves drawing tits and pussies and everything in between.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I respect that.
You love tits, whatever, draw 'em.
That reminds me, I forgot to.
Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island.
That's one of the few SNES games I did beat.
I almost fell asleep on stream playing that game.
Actually, no, wait, I did beat Super Mario World, but I would take like the earliest warp tickets.
Something about this, everything about that game, the atmosphere, the whole. Burp, 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 burp,
I mean,
burp.
Final Guard is like the best track in that whole game, so.
I beat both Super Mario World, I beat Zelda. What else?
Oh, I'm fucked.
Here's the thing, Nate.
That NCW wrestling, that wrestling game that's up near the top, I beat that.
'Cause we
Who's
used
the
to
guy?
play.
Oh no, Satoshi
We didn't
Urushihara.
have game packs back then. Like you had to discover all the secrets in Mario's, or you talk to your friend. You're
Yeah.
Like, you could skip to World 3 if you go above the pipe.
Yeah, I don't think I ever like finished Mario World with the skips.
I don't think I've ever like beat the first Super Mario.
Oh, I
I
have.
would get to the last
Yeah.
boss and I could never jump over it or something.
I've at least once gone through every Mario without
Actually, now that I say that, I probably have beaten it.
Pooch.
I never warped in that game.
What's up, Pooch? Just in time.
I feel like I haven't seen Pooch forever.
Talking about some
Hello,
hentai.
Pooch.
Talking about some hentai in here.
Breath of Fire. Played 3, are 1 and 2 the same? Like, are they RPGs?
Yes. Breath of Fire 1 and 2 are great. Great. Well, they're good. I
Oh,
like them.
oh, okay. Of course, it says Square. Wait a minute.
It was like I said
Hold on.
earlier.
Published by Square.
Here's my problem. Breath of Fire 1, I see the Squaresoft thing on it. Then I go over
They
to
they published it in North America.
Squaresoft did?
Yeah, part 1, just part 1. They published it in North America. They didn't really make it though, and it's just for North America.
It's a Capcom type of
Because at the time, Capcom, at the time, SquareSoft was like, yeah, that's what they do. They make RPGs. I hope you enjoy that.
No, but no, it was Breath of Fire 2 that was like the game that introduced me to RPG. I was kind of contemplating the idea of like doing what you guys been doing with your what games made you. I was gonna start with the games that got me into RPGs. 6 and Breath of Fire 2.
None of you.
Mine was 7.
Although I'm waiting for when fucking Pixel Remasters comes out, so that if I do that, I can play the potentially best version of 6.
What's the best version now? Isn't it the...
It's the GBA version currently.
Yeah, doesn't it have like the extra content? Like the extra bosses and stuff?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Will have that?
I don't know.
maybe, probably
I would-
not.
I'd like to hope it would. Well, they're redoing a lot of like stuff in it. That's why it's taking so damn long. So I'm guessing they're gonna finish it off by putting in the most.
That's a good thing.
Makes sense. I only played like whatever
previous Pixel-
version, whatever FF5 version is on PS1. That's the only version I ever played. But I see
Oh,
on
no,
the Game Boy Advance version has like 2 extra jobs and another dungeon.
Oh no, the PS1 version was live.
Well, this guy has a very distinct art style. Like you cannot know the art style of this guy.
No,
All the
reading-
characters look the same.
Toriyama?
Huh?
Akira Toriyama?
No, Uri Shihara.
Oh yeah. Well, yes, he has a very distinct look.
And and even
They're-
though he draws them with clothes, they're
They're
very detailed.
no, he doesn't. Those are just the ones that get published mostly in America. I remember, I swear to God, chat, and Max can probably verify this. There was one of the earliest AXs, not the first, but like second one I went to or something. I went to AX with a shit ton of money from birthday in like whatever. like, and I was just went there and I just started like, I was brand new in anime, so I just said I'm just buy whatever I like the look of. So I just went around and just started buying art books. Just if I like the look of it, I was like, I want this, I want that, and I said I'm never gonna have this kind of spending money ever again. I'm just gonna go nuts with it. My mom was like, and my mom was all like, you should be saving that for college. And I'm like, Mom, like it's $1,000. It's not gonna give me shit in college. It's not gonna do anything for me.
It's like a couple textbooks.
Yeah, it's like 2 textbooks, maybe. Yeah.
Damn. Because you already told us that you went to college. Oh, so.
Yeah, my mom was like, why, was like kind of upset that I wanted to just go blow it all on anime stuff, and I'm just like, look, it's a lot of money, but it's also like, it's nowhere near enough to do, like, I'm not gonna pay for a semester or anything.
Was this a lot of money for back then? Because, like nowadays, going to conventions and buying shit, like, prices are outrageous.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was like before you could easily find most shit on the internet. But anyways, I just started buying art books, and I just like the look of the artist. I had no fucking knowledge whatsoever. And one of the books I bought was a Satoshi Urashihara art book. And he has like a very detailed process in the art book of how he draws his everything. And he even has a step-by-step procedure about how he draws and inserts digitally the pubes on chicks' cooches. I swear to fucking God. I remember I was like, huh.
I can imagine your face the first time you're going through that book. How old were you when you had that thing?
Oh, I was a young adult. I wasn't a kid.
Like, I must hide this.
It probably caught him off guard. He's like, oh shit, I didn't know that was.
I was just like, well, I had an okay. Well,
he sits down on the couch, he cracks open a bucket of
well, I had an inkling that there was gonna be like, I had an inkling. Okay, there'll be some nudes in here, maybe, or whatever. No. Some. And then I remember when I was in college, and we were joking about that or whatever, and then like I knew this one guy, and he literally had like some manga in his backpack that had like, it was kind of like questionable or whatever. I don't think it was Urashihara or anything, but like it was definitely like weird. And then we had this mutual friend who was like, he was like a Pakistani student, and he was like, what are you talking? He was like super interested in what we were talking about, and we're like, we kind of looked at each other like, I don't know, do we show him this? Do we let him in on this? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. So we showed our friend from Pakistan this stuff, and he's like, what? They make cartoons with like nudity and sex? And I was like, and we're like, yeah. And he's like, that is awesome.
Oh my God.
He was like, "This is the coolest." It's like, that is the tightest shit I've ever seen. we didn't know which way he was gonna go on it. But
well, to be fair, because anime wasn't mainstream probably then.
No.
Like the idea of like there's fucking in cartoons.
We're all.
It's probably like something that crossed people's
sex.
minds. They're fucking having hardcore sex.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I have a bunch of art books that I got that we just randomly get. Like I have a Tony art book here somewhere that I bought randomly.
The hentai guy?
Well, if he is a hentai, no, it's not a hentai book, but you know, Tony has a distinct look to his.
Yeah, he does all the shitty Shining Force games.
Yeah, that guy.
I mean, not his fault that they're shitty games. Just he seemed to be their like Sega's new go-to artist.
My most cherished art book, though, is my Grandia 2 World Guidance book. That I hunted down that book when I found out that it existed. like I said, this was back then where you couldn't get stuff easily.
Yeah.
So you had to go to like cons to get all the imported art books.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I went to one and someone had the wrong guy and was like, oh fuck, I don't care how much it costs, give it to me. It was like 60 bucks. I still have it. Still.
60's not that bad.
Yeah, I will bet it was. This is like when they grinded to
Fuck.
like early 2000s, maybe late 90s. eBay was not like a thing like where you could just find it. Let's put it that way.
And I crumbled.
Hey, it was like me. I didn't know at the
Are
time.
you
There's...
saying that JJ is good at this game?
No, she's not really played this one very much. She played Puzzle Fighter like a fiend. Yeah, Pro Gear Spec, that's awesome.
I bought Puzzle Fighter because my friend like really liked it. I'm like,
I think I still have that art book. It's buried somewhere. It's buried. I can't really show you anyways, you know, obviously, so...
well, I'm sure it's not all fucking hentai.
Yeah, it's like...
I'm sure there's some pictures you can
Yeah, well,
show,
yeah,
but-
because a lot of it's like... A lot of it's just Landgracier and Growlancer art.
Yeah.
And that's why I bought it.
I mean, I have that Langrisser game that they released on Switch, which has like the different art styles you can switch through, they all look good. But the only thing about that game I didn't like is it has that mobile game tactics look.
Because it's a mobile game developer that did it.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's probably an improvement over the older graphics, but it was just so noticeable that these character sprites are like the mobile game character
Mobile
sprites
game
you see.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
Well,
like, okay, I could look past it.
Because I talked to the guy who was in charge, well, not in charge, but like part of the English localization, and the developer of that Langrisser thing on Switch, the guy loved Langrisser growing up, like the head of the mobile company, and he just really wanted to bring Langrisser back. And he had a mobile game development studio, so he was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna make a Langrisser remake." Like for him, it was a labor of love. It was just I want to bring my favorite thing back.
I enjoyed the game. It was alright.
So
It's
it's
not
kind
like I don't hate the sprites like that mobile look. I could tell it's mobile, but I didn't hate it. It was noticeable. Yeah, this is like a mobile game aesthetic.
what is this bullshit?
You know, one thing I'm so shocked by is they released Valkyrie Profile on fucking iOS and Android and all, and they still haven't brought that shit to the console. Like, why do they hate their good IPs?
Because
Why?
nobody in Japan buys on console anymore. Japan's mobile town, son.
I know, but they could sell it here. I just don't want to play on mobile. I hate playing mobile. Put it on console, let me play it.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Al, but Japan is incredibly insular when it comes to,
I know, man.
well, anything.
I know.
So, for them, it's very hard to see past the end of their nose, or however that old saying, expression goes.
Square Enix US, like, dude, come
where's-
on, give us Valkyrie Profile. Give us two. Two is actually pretty decent.
Like, for them, mobile is everything in their country, and they know it's not like, it was never a huge game in America anyway, so they just kind of look at it as like, this is just, well, yeah, we'll do it on mobile. That's our best shot at finding an audience.
Did you ever play Valkyrie Profile 2? Super Mario?
Not much. Just a little bit of like E3 one year, I think. It looked. I remember it looked really good for a PS2 game.
Yeah, it was nice, and it has a nice little twist to the story. I kind of wish they would just re-release it. But,
Apparently, it's a prequel.
well, that's part of the twist. Like, I mean, do you care for spoilers?
Bro, no, it's been.
Okay, well, like, halfway through the game, because you, Lazard Valette, you know, from the first game, he's like the only one who survived Ragnarok, the wizard guy, and he time travels back to those events, and when Braum was supposed to kidnap Selmaria and keep her crystallized, which is in the first game, I can see it happen, he takes her and captures her power in order to steal Odin's lance, or basically steal his power. And then Lenneth from the future comes back to help you out because her world is now crumbling because he's changed things. And it's pretty good. I like what they did with that twist. And then it kind of just becomes its own thing. Because like when you fight the final boss, like he manages to capture Lenneth and all the souls of all the Valkyries, and then like you fight him, and then you upset them, and you become like the ultimate Valkyrie.
That's good.
And it's got great music in it. I remember the music was really good. And Liam O'Brien kills it as that's like a fucking villain. He has that good villain voice. I remember that it had like that different RPG. It had that different battle system. It wasn't like the first game where you know, it's turn-based, whatever. Well, I think it's kind of turn-based, but it's like you're like this weird open character moving at once. I think it was more action RPG-ish. I can't remember though.
I just want. Fuck. I don't want another Nier, but boy, would I sure like another game with the quality of Nier's writing. I'm getting.
Well, I mean,
I'm getting
after Bayo 3, what is Platinum working on? What else do they got?
They've got that Kickstarter game, that big kaiju game they're doing. They actually have a vertical shmup coming out this month, like an end of like that they're self-publishing. Nobody's talking about it at all. It's kind of sad, but Soul Cresta.
Oh yeah. No, I know that was Platinum.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of sad, like, cause like just no one has any interest in it.
I remember hearing about the game, but I haven't really looked up anything.
I mean, it looks fine, but it's just like it's a vertical shmup. It's like.
Yeah, but I mean, fucking shmup aspects have been in their games.
Right. It's just. I think the problem is like there's really nothing that looks particularly standout-ish about Soul Cresta.
Is there a story behind it? Or
I don't know. It's a vertical shooter. I'd probably not. Or
an arcade game?
it's an arcade game. Because a lot of them are all fucking arcade heads. I want another game with Nier soundtrack.
Well, I mean, they fucking love
I
their
mean,
shmups in Japan. Like,
that's happening, Nico. We're definitely going to be getting a game with Nier Caliber soundtrack. I mean,
you get it. You got the card game.
Oh yeah, well.
It's Japan. They love their fucking shmups. Look, all the Toho games are like incredibly insane bullet hells. What's wrong with them? I see all the bullet hell crap that they produce. I'm like, how? Like, why? Why do you want to play a game where you have to, like, your brain has to
I don't know, it's like
100 times overtime just to figure out the pattern?
It's like people who play piano really well.
Ah,
I suppose, and man, I really wanted to learn piano. I love
Yeah.
piano.
Yeah, Matsuda's kicking it since I'm sure Okabe's gonna be back with something sooner or later too.
oh my word.
Games near Central. Yeah, no, I mean, I think we're gonna run something good this year.
And I say it for like every
But-
like direct and whatnot. I want something to pop up that I don't expect. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like, holy shit, I didn't think that was gonna happen. Kind of like Chocobo GP. Like no one expected that. I want that game.
I mean, again, March, whatever, in mid-end March, whatever. Dates. Anyways, I will remind you that last year, the February Direct was full of a ton of unannounced projects.
What was that other first-person card game that they announced? I forget what it was. Like it kind of looked like that parkour game with the girl I can't remember. Mirror's Edge. Kind of looked like Mirror's Edge, but with cards.
Oh, Neon White.
That thing.
Apparently, it still exists. Maybe.
And then whatever.
It was
happened to
actually
the
in.
Final Fantasy,
It was in Nintendo's release schedule and their financial thing they released last night.
Crumbling.
What happened to Ever Crisis?
That's still happening. They just released the fucking intro for it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Oh shit! Well, I missed that.
It's nothing special. Because the.
Did it at the end of the first Soldier Street?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, and the first chapter of Ever Crisis is 30 years before 7, and during First Soldier timeline.
What? I thought this was that was compilation of FF7. They're throwing in new stuff.
Yes.
You always do.
That's weird. I thought it would be like FF7, like part 1, chapter 1 of 10 or some shit like that.
The first chapter is during First Soldier.
Played a little bit of that game. I wish it wasn't on mobile.
Yeah, well, Japan's fucking in love with mobile, so.
I know, and I wish they would be back in love with fucking consoles.
Sorry, it's more convenient to play on the
No!
Express.
No!
It really is. That's what they're doing.
I don't care.
Bro, I see like middle-aged businesswomen sitting there playing with one hand. Well, not really one hand, but like sitting there playing fucking PUBG on the trains. I was like, PUBG?
Yeah,
Nah,
interesting
man.
ways.
I mean, I'm not saying no, they shouldn't, but I'm just like, where's the love for fucking...
Why-
Where's the love for consoles? I'm tired of seeing like Valkyrie Profile, mobile game, Breath of Fire 6, mobile game, Star Ocean, whatever. I think there was a mobile game. It's a mobile game for everything. And anytime you see something come back, you're just like, please don't be a mobile game. Oh yeah, the new Mana game is a mobile game.
There's a new Mana mobile game?
Well, yeah, it's I forget what it's called. Secret of Mana or whatever. It's coming back, but it's a mobile game.
Just what Japan ordered.
Let me see what it's called. No, I don't want the act. No, I want the new Mana game. That's stupid. You know what? I have to put in the Japanese name because searching Mana mobile game is giving me the wrong one.
Al's getting a bunch of Legend of Mana hentai.
Oh boy.
Well, there's probably some out there. Sure, right?
Dev-
No, that's 2014. No, this is a recent one. Huh. Echoes of Mana. That's the mobile game. Yep. Like, I would love to have played that Chrono Cross thing in
You can play it on
but
Steam.
I know you can play on Steam, but I would rather play it on my console. Bring it to console. Sure, I'll play it.
You could use this controller, you know, on Steam. I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like, okay, if it's at least on Steam, you can't really complain.
I suppose I don't like playing games on my PC. I don't know what it is. I know for like a lot of you guys that have good PCs, it's no problem. It'll make your games look better. But for me, who never really had like a really good PC, it's like I'd rather play on my consoles.
Hook your PC up to your TV.
Actually, my monitor is my first HD TV that I ever freaking back in like 2000.
Yeah, they use it.
I was thinking my TV.
Nico, when are you starting up Xenoblade 2? You're running.
Got a lot on his plate, man.
You're running out of time before the announcement.
I need to finish the DLC.
You don't know that for sure.
I'm 70% sure.
I mean, I want something. I want to see something about it, anything about it. But you know, there's always a chance that you might wait till later, especially because.
Bro, people are gonna be in so much trouble if the rumors about it end up being true and it is like a direct follow-up. Then it's gonna be like, man, it's gonna be, even if the trailer's not spoilery, there's just gonna be like massive spoilery videos all over the fucking internet.
There you go. He can start it after the announcement. When he just, you know what, guys? Time for me to get to this. I'm finally getting to it.
I am dreading having to go back into Saga.
Yes.
Boy.
Now you had a taste. You've had. Well, I mean, you've played it before a little bit before.
Yeah.
You had a little taste of it. And it gets worse.
Not looking forward to that.
Yeah, I hope you found those mods. 'Cause you're gonna need them. At least find the 99 level. Just find something that maxes you out.
Right, yeah. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm doing terrible.
Nico, doing you for those?
Come get sad with you and the boys. What are you talking about? We're playing. Me and the boys are playing right now. What you talking about, Willis? Kenny.
I don't see him in any Discord. Not that's on my list.
Playing Virtua Fighter.
I mean, I could be curious to see Nico's reaction to this. Oh God, if he acted like that in the beginning.
I'm just saying, Nico, it's gonna be really weird if it's like a follow-up sequel and everyone in your chat's gonna be talking about spoilers and everyone on YouTube and social media, it's gonna be...
Nah, man, I'm a mod on this channel.
It's gonna be rough.
I'll shoot that shit down.
Good Godspeed. I actually imagine even if it is, it's probably not going to be obvious from the first trailer. It's probably going to be something that you won't get until you play like way deep into the actual game. If it's true.
You don't know it's a spoiler until context. Like you'll just see something like
right. Well, that too, but I'm just saying, like, even if it is like the rumor was saying last year, I'm like, yeah, but it's probably not going to be like, you're probably not going to know that until like way deep into the game.
Yeah, you hope that the trend, if it's a teaser or if it's just whatever, like it's not too spoilery.
Japan does love their spoilery trailers.
They do. That's usually the Japanese trailer. When we get it, they sometimes don't include everything that they show. Like we get the dumbed down version.
Oh, I think he's trying to play Forza. That's why.
And you know, like Nico right now is going through finding like a new editor. You know that's kind of a change that you know you have to get a.
But I just like giving him shit.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, once he gets the ball rolling, when he can depend on his editor to produce the quality of videos he does, he can, you know, pump out the videos and not have to worry about, you know,
And
doing, you know, burning himself out. I remember for like.
Actually, like I do have a legit question though. Are you gonna go through just 2, or are you planning on doing Torna?
He still hasn't touched Future Connected.
I know. Well,
Just throwing that out there too. Sorry, Nico.
you cannot play Future Connected and you're not missing a ton.
I mean, Torna won't be as chunky as 2, but it's a nice sized, you know,
We'll
deal.
do Torna. Alright, good.
You say it's like an 8-hour DLC or something?
What? Torna?
Well, I mean,
Torna's
but
20.
Nico
Torna is
50%
25 hours.
likes to, you know, get his money worth. So
Torna's 25 crit path and about
25 hours?
yeah.
Jesus. That's like a whole other game.
It is. It's sold as its own game. It actually has its own physical copy. They sell separately.
yeah, I saw that. It's at a store. I was like, wow.
I wish I picked that up. I mean, I have the digital version of it, but I
Yeah.
kind of wanted the physical download it.
Yeah, I type. Oh, Torna's great. I think about Torna all the time. I think about Torna and how sad I am that Nintendo doesn't have anywhere near the amount of balls to do that with other games.
Well, you know, because when I finally got to Torna last year, it's like yeah, like Xenoblade's good. 2 improved the battle system, and then Torna made it even better. You know,
It's
the same, it was improved a little bit.
It's simpler, but like you lose a lot of customization in Torna. You lose a lot of the freedom you get, but it is easier to do certain things. So it's like, yeah.
I imagine that would kind of be maybe something that would be like in the next one. You know, if they don't
Yeah.
do the blade thing, you don't have the option to like switch the
Mhm.
blades. You know, that's just how it'll be. You'll have like a character with another character. And, you know,
I have no idea. Yeah, I have really no idea. I have no theories on how the gameplay is gonna be in the next one. My only gameplay thing is like, and I don't have anything to really base it on. I just say I think mechs will come back. I think there'll be a whole mech simulator thing.
I want that. I really want that.
I have nothing to base it on other than the director's a fucking huge Gundam weeb. Well, he loves all mecha, but shit, but like he's a lot like Vario.
Well, I will say, like, so, you know, you had Xenoblade 1, you know, with the, you know, stun, slash, smash, all that stuff. They got better in 2.
I think it's gonna.
I wonder if
I think
they're
it's
gonna,
space.
like, improve upon that whole mechanic, too. The whole, like, you know, trip, smash, launch.
Yeah, cause in 1 and X they have break topple days, and then 2 they made it 4 where it's break, topple, launch, smash.
Smash, yeah. I wonder if they'll like add to it or something. Maybe like a fifth one or a different kind of smash.
I mean, I think there's definitely going to be break, topple, something.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they got better with 2, and that carried into some, like maybe in whatever new one comes out, they'll improve it again.
Yeah.
Maybe a better version.
I think it's going to space, and I think my big brain is that what they're gonna do is they're gonna do some really crazy seamless level world loading, where you're gonna have a mech and it'll go in and out of orbit. So when you go to land on a place, you'll literally see it like go up into space, and then it'll like fly to another planet. You can skip it, of course, but you'll literally be able to hover or like fly around a solar system in your mech, and you can fly down onto planets, and it'll do this like seamless transition loading thing where you go into orbit and out of orbit. That is my big brain. Is they're gonna, and it's gonna look better than most games on the Switch as far as like open world stuff goes, but it'll be a lot of trickery to make it do what it does.
They'll probably have a thing because like Blade 1, you'd fall off the world because you're on this giant Bionis thing.
Yeah.
And then 2, you have the sea, which you can't go too far, but
You can actually swim out and around it, which is
so,
nice.
like in 3, it'll probably be like you can float around or go to Mario Galaxy type little hover planets or something, and there'll just be like an asteroid field or something that blocks you from.
There'll be some lore reason, like fuel or some shit. Like you're too far away from like the sun of whatever solar. So like you basically your fuel will deplete because you can't get any solar energy.
Yeah. They'll find a way to wall you in.
Yeah.
You'll have the.
But it'll take you like it'll take you like 5 or 10 fucking real world minutes to fly out that far. In which case it'll just be like, yeah, what were you thinking?
Switch will catch fire, probably. Someone has already said that we were probably supposed to have that Pro, but pandemic fucked that up.
Fuck.
Yeah, thanks to chip shortages.
Yeah, but I think Nintendo's very content to stay the fuck away from anything that'll put it anywhere near that chip shortage problem.
Well, I would hope that whatever their next console is, it's still Switch cartridges, so you can, play games and run better on whatever comes out. I hope they don't go back to
Fuck.
this.
I screwed up.
I actually think like the cartridge.
Oh, disc-based media is dead. Expect it to be like that. Well,
it started with cartridges. Let's go back.
Yeah, I mean,
well, technically,
you're not wrong, McMuffin. However, Monolith Soft is a much more talented developer than Atlas is, as far as like technical wizardry, especially when it comes to the Switch. So, I think you're right, but I think it'll still be pretty impressive when it does come out. Bro, then...
Well, I played SMP5. It doesn't run terrible. I didn't come across drop to 10 frames. It's not Age of Calamity.
Oh boy.
And that's a first-party Switch game somehow. Technically, I know Koei Tecmo made it, but Jesus.
I would hope whatever new console you could put Age of Calamity in, it might actually run at a decent frame rate.
That's assuming it'll be backwards compatible, but it probably will be.
Hopefully. You'd like to hope.
Well, I mean, they're very likely they're going to stick with AMD. Or not AMD, NVIDIA, I mean. So it's like,
Is that what the Switch cards are?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying the hardware internally. I'm just saying that they're probably going to still be using NVIDIA hardware, so it's probably going to be backwards compatible, and they'll have very... There's not going to be a... I mean, if it's just like a, you know, an extension of what exists in their mobile line of chipset, I'm sure it'll be extended to the Switch too.
Becker, what's going on? Are you losing 8-1?
I'm sorry, I'm tired. That's an excuse. Yeah. It's very late over here, so I'm running like...
No force yourself.
I'm having fun, though. That's all that matters.
That's true.
Yeah, if I lose, it's...
I want,
have
like,
fun.
I would like to maybe hope in the next direct, maybe with, like, Pixel Remaster 6 coming out this month, they're also going to announce, like, console versions.
No.
Maybe. And it would be, like, part of the announcement.
No, mobile only.
Oh, and Steam.
Are they on? They're on Steam, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
on Steam.
And it's very dumb that they said, like, back when they announced the Pixel Remasters, that they would consider bringing it to consoles if there was enough demand for it. I'm like, really? Why wouldn't that be something you already decided to do?
Wait, you don't think there's demand for Final Fantasy games on consoles? Excuse me, what?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's like, what?
They want assurances. Someone at the company wants assurances it's going to sell.
So they want you to buy the Steam versions so they can sell them.
Because
I'm tempted to buy
it's
5.
probably they're probably losing less money on sharing between mobile and Steam than they would on console. Like basically Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo would probably take a bigger cut of the sales. Maybe, actually, I don't know if that's even true anymore, but
yeah, it was really weird how they phrased it. Like, yeah, of course it's demand. What the hell's wrong with you?
I remember when Namco said that about Soul Calibur 2 HD. Like, remember they had an HD version of Soul Calibur 2, and it had Spawn and Heihachi on both consoles, and they're like, we would do a Wii U version if there was demand. I'm like, what do you mean if there's demand? You don't think Nintendo... Oh, I mean, it was
I remember that. Yeah, it was a Wii U, but...
I'm like, really? Like, remember Soul Calibur 2 selling the best on GameCube? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And like I said, the only two I really cared about was 4 and 6, and they knew that those were the good ones in all their releases.
Oh.
Because I don't think anyone really cared about 1, 2, and 3. I mean, they look good. They look fun. Great. But they are the, like, beginning Final Fantasy, so they don't play great.
It's already 5? Damn.
Is it? Oh, damn. Is Kenny actually playing Call of Duty?
Yeah, he's in his Discord. So
Damn.
If Retro wanted to sleep, he could go play a couple.
If you want.
You be granting Retro mercy.
First to 10.
Yeah, sure.
Is Varial the one that sounds like Optimus? Who's the dude that has like the voice that sounds exactly like Optimus Prime?
Dipod.
Dipod?
If you're talking about like in chat or whatever, yeah, it's Dipod.
Oh, okay. I forgot who it was. Quinn, you're spelling the name wrong, dude. Just type in at A and you'll see my name pop up. You don't have to type it out. You're typing it in wrong. 3 and 5 are current gems? What? Well, I will say 3 because 3 originally never came out here. It came like redone in 3D. That's how we first got it, really. But
Send me
but 3 and 5 as gems of Pixel Remaster? I don't know, man.
Well,
4
it's like
and
the
6
first-
are like 4 and 6 are like the best of the of 1 through 6.
I lean towards 5, honestly, in terms of gameplay. Those 4 is a
I
better
mean,
story.
it's all a matter of like,
It's preference.
yeah.
I don't really like the job.
Let's say 5 was like your first Final Fantasy, I could see, yeah, you'll probably like it. Anything else because it's your first.
It's not my first, but I really like the gameplay of it. I like the jobs.
Like, I don't hate 5. It didn't stand out to me like 4 and 6.
Five's got a cool battle system, and the story is just there.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, I heard you played the PlayStation version, which has a
Some people in the
really,
chat are about to take
Yeah.
a walk.
really awful translation. From whatever.
Would you prefer him to be called Butts?
My butts, I just don't like the weird, Ferris, pirate talk. And,
Well, I will say 4 Pixel Remastered is definitely like the best version of it. It used to be the PSP game because the PSP sprites were really good, and the Final Fantasy 4 collection, that was like the best version of 4. But I played through the Pixel Remaster of 4, and that shit is fucking amazing. I love it.
I played 4 in a long time.
I've never played 4.
I think I could say like everything that you do in 4, like everything from like beginning to end, like what the events go through. I played that shit. I think I played 4 in every iteration that ever came out for that. So SNES, DS, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1. Yes, I played that one. Like I think I've played the 3D one. I think I played every iteration of Final Fantasy 4.
Oh. Yeah.
The thing that sucked though about the SNES version was you got to the moon and the game save deleted. Because SNES
no.
games
That
were
ain't good.
notorious for like,
Battery loss.
you just randomly lose your game save.
That sucks.
Alright, go to bed.
Yeah, well, good. I need to go
You
to
sound tired, dude. Go to bed.
Yeah.